Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back with another episode of Mogcast.
Episode number 39.
39, and we're
Emergency pod.
Yeah, this is an emergency podcast. We honestly just decided to do it today.
If you're keeping the specs on, I'm keeping the specs on.
Yeah. I was watching the last podcast when Eric edited it, and I was like, yo, dude, I kind of look like fucking handsome as shit. So I'm gonna keep on the I look just smart.
Wait, bring the left side down a little bit. Yeah, perfect.
I smashed them. I fucking smashed them. I woke up because I need them to watch TV, like from my bed to my TV.
Yeah.
And I smashed them.
You know what I did?
I fell asleep.
I was on the plane and I had them on the little like tray table, and I must have not been thinking, and I just slammed the tray table shut. And then I was like looking for my glasses after, and I like opened the tray table, and they were fucked. I've bent these back into place like 50 times.
I'm trying to bend. I don't know how.
You have to like force them.
I'm not glasses guy.
So you have to force them right until you think they're about to break. But anyway, let's get right into it.
This is the first duo podcast we've done in a while. Also, I saw a couple of you guys are using our code for Merrick and getting your blood work done. So shout out for you guys doing that and letting us know and leaving it in the comments, because that's really good, because that helps us. That gives us money. Also, people were I was reading comments because we just posted the podcast today. I was reading the comments, and people were like, as long as you guys are it's like people always have ads, because we were talking about sponsorships and stuff, and people were like, every YouTuber does ads and like integrated ads, so don't worry about it. We know you're getting your bag, so we'll keep that in mind. So
it's weird having the glasses on. Sorry.
It's next podcast we'll do. We'll have the shampoo ad.
Oh, really?
So, no, I'm just joking. And my voice is a little bit fucked, so I'm sorry about that. But
you had a 3-day bender.
Yeah, and I have a cold as well. But all right, why are we here today? I actually just recently found out about this through you.
And I had just recently found out about it too. Apparently this was like 2-3 days ago.
Yeah, so if you want to...
I mean, basically what happened is my man Goob, he's a guy on TikTok, and he does coaching and stuff, but he also like just goes around trying to find people that Photoshop their pictures. And he's done like a ton of videos on people, but the one that got sent to me by a few people was the Alex Eubank one. And Alex had like morphed his picture, like essentially just touched up maybe made his delts bigger, made his lats bigger, made his waist smaller. And so Goob exposed him, made a video on him. And then what happened is shortly after, Goob's Instagram account got deleted. Or it didn't get deleted, it got it said you've been logged out for suspicious activity. We have to verify your identity to get your account back. This can take up to 30 days. Now, the way Goob makes his money is through coaching, through social media. That's how he gets new clients. So this is a big inconvenience to someone like him, because that's how he makes his money. So right after his Instagram account got taken down, someone commented and said, "What happened to your Instagram?" Or he said basically something along the lines of, "What happened to your Instagram, bro?" with the smiling devil emoji. And then he said, "GG, ... And Goob responded to him and said, "Oh, these guys just couldn't handle it and they had to act out. Not the first time, not the last time." And the guy who initially commented responded and said, "Yeah, you're right. It's not the last time. Watch this." Basically saying, "I'm going to go take out the new Instagram account that you've made." And Goob said, "You realize that's breaking a federal law, right?" And then this guy disappeared. Now, this man that commented that has 250 followers on TikTok. Something like that. And it's verified. Blue check mark, which is unheard of.
Oh, that's sus. That's
very sus.
Also, this is the first time I'm hearing this, so I'm trying to give you guys very organic response to this.
And that's why I haven't told you too much about it, because I wanted to like just see what you would say. So that happened, and while this is going on, I saw what had happened, and I just thought, it's just fucked up to like Photoshop your pictures. And if it was someone like Brad, I probably wouldn't have said anything about it. I might have just made a joke, but I would expect something like this from Brad, because he's just a dishonest person. But my point was that if you're what?
I thought that was funny.
If you're gonna brand your entire image around Jesus and like faith and everything that comes with that, which is like honesty, truth, all that kind of stuff, and then you're essentially going to do the most dishonest thing that you can do, which is change the way that you look in order to promote your code and make money. I just thought that was kind of fucked up. Now, I followed Alex. I still follow him. I don't know if he still follows me. But like when I see something fucked up, it doesn't matter if I'm friends with them. It doesn't matter if I know them. If I think that it's dishonest and, you know, kind of fucked up, I'm going to say something about it. And I said this on James Spanish. My second account used to be second account. Now, I've said some wild shit on James Spanish. I've talked about the most conspiratorial stuff. I've talked about Jeffrey Epstein. I've talked about like the crazy shit that elites do, stuff that you would think would get the account taken down. And I've never had any issues with it. The account's never been banned. But I made that post around evening, and I wake up the next morning and James Spanish is gone. And I log in and it says the same thing that Goob's account said. It said, this account has been, we've detected suspicious activity on your account. You need to verify your identity. It's going to take us up to 30 days. So essentially, the idea is that they don't actually have the power to ban me outright. But what you can do is you can pay certain third party. Now, this is, I will say this is speculation because I don't want to like catch a suit.
What if,
But
bro, what if people see this and they're like, all right, fuck these guys, and then our accounts get fucked?
So I'll get into it. I've actually talked to Goob a bit about this, and what he said is that you can hire a third-party contractor to mass report your account for impersonation. And it's something like 10%, if 10% of your follower count or something like that gets reported. So James Spanish had 25,000 followers at the time, 26,000. So if you can get 2,000 people to report it for impersonation, Instagram, it will like auto trigger this thing basically saying we need to verify your identity. But on a much bigger account, it's obviously going to cost a lot more money because it costs money to, you hire this third-party contractor to essentially mass report someone's account. But if it's a huge account, you have to pay a lot more money. So, you know, you'd have to pay like 8 times the amount of money to report, like get our accounts taken down, and it might have not been worth it. But that's the idea. That's what Goob thinks. And it's just weird because I've made all of these crazy posts on James Spanish and nothing's ever happened. Nothing's ever come of it. And then this same message that Goob got, I got. Mm-hmm. And when I woke up and I saw that James Spanish was gone or temporarily disabled, whatever you want to say, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't link it back to the Alex thing. It wasn't until a few of my close friends, basically Goob made another TikTok saying this is what happened, and he screenshotted the guy's comment saying, "Oh, what happened?" Like taunting him, being like, "Yo, what happened? Huh? GG."
I also think that what if that guy is just like a huge fanboy?
Alex and Hattie both follow him, and they are the only.
Because I would like to believe that they wouldn't be like, "Yo, let's pay this guy to fuck Goob's account."
Right, and that's why I say this is. That I'd like to believe that too. That's why I say this is all speculation, but it's just weird that the only people that this guy Goob had ever made TikToks about exposing them was Alex and Hattie. And those are the only people that were following this guy that commented that shit. And it happened to him shortly after he made the exposing video, and then it happened to me shortly after I posted the exposing things on my story. So that's just weird to me because like your account's been, it's a very weird message to get, you know?
Yeah. And going back to the, just going back to the Photoshop topic, I think it's fucking stupid that, you know, they are Photoshopping their photos, and obviously that's fucking wrong. Mm-hmm. I've never Photoshopped a photo. There's definitely times where I've used filters and stuff to make myself look sick
I think
fuck.
Everyone does that.
And I know in Alex's video, he was talking about how he wants to look his best on social media, right? Because that's where everyone sees you. Like for me, I like to detexture my face because I have like acne scars, and like when I was really breaking out, I would heal out my acne. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that is like changing my face, or like I will admit to that. But I've said that before, that I heal out my skin on posts like that. But changing like the actual like the
shape of your body,
the dimensions, and like the actual shape of your body is fucked. And I know somebody that shops her photos, and he shopped me in his photo. Yep. And this was like probably 6 months ago, back when like almost a year ago, back when I looked really good. And I had this photo, and I asked the guy who took the photo, I was like, yo, can I have the raw? Can I have like the raw photo? And he sent me the raw.
I remember this.
And then I had the screenshot of
The
And
edited one.
Just because I didn't even know. I just had the screenshot. And then for some reason, I just like swiped back and forth. And I was like, whoa, something changed.
Yeah.
And I like went back really fast. And I saw that the guy had not only shopped himself, but he shopped me.
Yeah.
And
I
I
made
didn't,
your calves bigger.
I didn't
and
ask
your
him.
waist
He
smaller.
made my bicep bigger, my calves bigger, and my waist smaller. I didn't ask him to do that. And that's why I didn't repost the picture.
Uh-huh.
And I remember him saying to the buddy who took the photo, like, oh, I wonder why he didn't repost the picture. But it was,
Really?
yeah, because the photo was shopped.
Yeah.
So I didn't repost it because I looked like, you know, I've never looked like that before. I remember
Right.
looking at it and be like, holy shit, I look good as hell.
Yeah.
And then I had never looked like that before. So I was like, okay, why would I can't repost that because people would be like, bro, what the fuck? Like you just
Right.
blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah. How'd your calves get so
Yeah.
big?
But with the Alex thing, I do like Alex. I talk to him a lot about cars. I don't like his content though. I don't look at his stuff. I don't watch his stuff.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
do-
same. I wouldn't say that even I don't like it. It's just that it's not that I don't dislike it. It's just that I don't like it.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know
I
what
don't like much gym content to
Exactly,
be honest.
same.
So and like
Yeah.
and Hadi, haven't really talked to him. I was on live stream with him one time. I actually don't like his content. I think the motivational screaming and stuff in those videos, those aren't for me. And like that's just my opinion. You know, we're
Yeah.
allowed to have opinions, even though
Yeah.
people think we can't. That's my opinion. I think they're corny and a little bit like I don't know. I don't like them. But when you're gonna do those like super motivational speeches where it's like one more rep and who are you doing this rep for, like shit like that, it's like but then you're gonna shop your photos, which by the way, these guys both look good. Like
Yeah.
and I think they're both natty, or I don't know if they claim, I know Alex claims natty. I don't know about Hadi.
Yeah.
Either way,
Hadi's got gyno, but I'm not sure.
regardless, they both look good as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, like steroids or not, and I don't care if you're natty or not, but if you're
Right.
if you're lying, you're a fucking fag.
Yeah.
But you guys look good. There's no reason to be shopping your photos even more. Because I'm not gonna lie, I have seen like Hadi on my Explore page with like these fucking crazy like proportions, like this oblique, like this crazy like Latin oblique sweep.
Yeah.
And his waist is tiny. And I never really thought anything of it. I was like, yo, this guy like looks crazy. Like he knows how to take photos. Because there are some people who really know how to like manipulate angles. Like someone like Lex.
Yeah.
Or like Cornelius Masterson.
Yeah.
Who really are good at taking photos. And I thought it was kind of like something like that. But then when I saw the videos of the photoshopping, I was like, damn, that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, photoshopping was something that I essentially forgot about because I'm living with you and you don't Photoshop your pics and I don't Photoshop my pics. So it was never a thought of like, yo, we should Photoshop this one. So when we see other influencers, our instant idea is not to think they Photoshop their shit. So then when you find out about it, it's like, damn, bro, you really did that shit?
Yeah, Giordani was telling me, I was on the phone with him today, and he was talking about how this whole thing, there was like a photoshopping scandal with Joey Swole. He had
Back in the day.
He had a company called like Shreds.
Shreds, yeah.
And the company literally like shut down or they stopped it because the whole like page was photoshopping.
All their athletes.
And they're like they're pushing these like supplements and stuff to look a certain way in their Photoshop. Like this is like serious shit.
Yeah.
You know, lying. You're essentially like lying to the people that you're posting and
Right.
stuff like that. And it's like this is kind of a big deal, whether you want to believe it or not. You know,
It is. And the thing is, Alex came out with an quote unquote apology video. And he said, all right, it basically went this way. He's like, all right, I'm going to hold myself accountable. And then he proceeded to not hold himself accountable. He was like, it was these tiny little edits. Like I barely did anything. And it was like months ago. And like that was before I even blew up. And there's other people in the fitness industry that do it way more than me. And they do it on like every single picture. I don't do it on every picture. And it was also in the past. And like this whole ordeal, this is something he said. He said this whole ordeal has really showed me how envious people are of me. It showed me certain people who they're really just letting their envy out.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, bro, you just photoshopped your pictures. Just own up to it. Like whether you like it or not, it helped you get to where you are today. Because he's saying, oh, like, that was before I even blew up. Yeah, and you blew up because of the way that you look, right? And if you're making yourself look that certain way where people are going to share it, like it, comment, engage on it more because of the way that you look, that helped you, that propelled you to where you are today. So don't say, oh, this was in the past, so it doesn't even matter. It's like, I mean, I guess it's good that you don't do it anymore, but, like, you can't discount the fact that you did it, and these pictures, they weren't that long ago. They were like a few months ago. Like, it's not like you were unknown at that point. Like, yeah, you're bigger now, but so, I mean, that was essentially most of the video. And he was like, he basically said these changes were done purely out of body dysmorphia. It's like,
Victim.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Play victim.
And we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like this victim, like, I was just really down bad with the way that I felt about myself. I don't care, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
You photoshopped your pictures. And like,
So really quick, to cut you off. So Sunday, I was driving. I was on the way to, or that was yesterday. Okay, so yesterday I was driving downtown, and I actually got a text from him because, like I said, I talk to him pretty frequently.
Mm-hmm.
I get a text from him, and he was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna get into actually what he said because that's him and I's business."
yeah,
But I called him and I told him, I was like, "Hey, man, I don't care if you did it or not. Like, I don't. This is the first time I'm hearing about it, but don't come to me, like." Trying to get to you, you know what I'm saying? Because he was kind of upset why you posted it on your story, and he was like, I just don't understand why he has to bring it to light. And he kept on saying that in his video, and I said, Alex, listen, just because we're influencers doesn't mean that we're not just gonna not talk about stuff just because we have a platform. Like we think like everybody else, like
Yeah.
the fact is that we just have followers, so when we talk
Right.
about stuff, it's gonna get like people are gonna talk about it, just
Mhm.
because we have a big following doesn't mean we're not supposed to
have our own opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
there
that's
was
what
someone.
I told him that. And I said, dude, like, you can't be mad that he's talking about this. And he was just upset because he was like, it was just about to blow over. And then now that James talked about it, it's gotten to this whole thing. Like, it's getting a lot more.
And think about that mindset. Like, I was almost off scot-free. People were about to forget about it. But then this guy has to bring up that I did something wrong.
Yeah.
And making me seem like the bad guy for that. It's like, dude, you never even addressed it or apologized. And actually, in your apology video, he never once said, I apologize or I'm sorry. Not one single time. I watched it. He didn't, those words did not come out of his mouth. He said, I'm going to hold myself accountable. So I expected, like, he was going to own up to it. Like, I think Remington had a perfect apology video. It's the same thing that happened, right? Remington comes out, steals some recipes, and at first he does, like, kind of a defense mechanism apology, quote unquote, but it's kind of just like ripping the people apart and saying, like, a lot of people do this, whatever. And then because we're good friends, we talked to him and we're like, dude, you need to actually, like, own up to it and apologize. And he did. And, like, his cookbook sales didn't go down. He kept growing on social media. He came out and said, you know what? Sorry about the last apology video. I was just being defensive and it was stupid. I fucked up, right? So I'm thinking, where are Alex's actual friends to be like, hey, man, you should probably just, like, apologize because you actually did do something wrong. Then I realized all of his friends are doing the same shit.
Yeah, I think I heard Marshall was.
Yeah,
Right.
and I feel bad about that because I met Marshall. I didn't even find out about the Marshall thing till after I found out about it today because I went through some of Goob's TikToks. But I feel bad because, like, I met him and he's actually a really nice guy, and I do like him. But he did it. Hadi, however you pronounce it, did it. So it's like, I'm thinking maybe none of his friends are going to tell him to apologize because they all do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So another thing he said in his video is, like, this is being completely blown out of proportion. It's not uncommon in social media. Plenty of people in social media do it. Like, constantly just trying to minimize it, being like, yo, like, everyone does it. Chill out. So how are you going to say I'm going to hold myself accountable and then say that? It just doesn't make sense. And I looked at one of the comments. I looked through some of the comments, and one of them was like, honestly, man, I wish that you had actually held yourself accountable and, like, owned up to it. Because, like, I look up to you, but when you're going to come out and you get caught for doing something, it just seems like you're mad that you got caught. It doesn't seem like you're actually, ashamed that you did it, Mm-hmm. So I don't know what to say, but
I almost think that fake natty I almost think that photoshopping is, like, right up there with fake natty.
I think
But then-
photoshopping's worse.
But then
'cause me and
photoshopping
Lex-
when you are natty is even fucking way worse, bro. Like, that's actually bad.
Yeah, because Lex talked about it. He called me about it, and he said, honestly, I think that photoshopping is worse than being a fake natty. And I'm like, and I thought about it for a second, and I'm like, yeah, they're both bad, but you are right, because when you're a fake natty, at least what you post, you actually look like that. That muscle is actually real. That's like, if someone met you in person, that's literally what you look like. But when you Photoshop, you're creating muscle out of thin air. Like, you don't actually look like that. You're just inventing it digitally. You know what I mean? And then when you go in, you're essentially marketing your physique to sell supplements and to sell clothing and to get people to use your code. Meanwhile, saying like you're this faithful and honest person, and then to have done that is fucked up. But then if you were to come out and say, you know what, that was wrong of me, blah, 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 it would make it better. But then to come out and reportedly get 2 people's accounts temporarily removed through your buddy and to not even take accountability for it, it's like, like, who really are you, bro? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can say the account getting removed thing is conspiracy, but honestly, I don't.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit sus. I definitely think that your account got removed, but I don't know if it was
Because of the same guy?
I don't know. Maybe it was, but I don't know if it was Alex or Hadi being like, "Yo, take down James Spanish."
True. It might have not been. Maybe this guy
I definitely think that shit got taken down
yeah.
because it's not even even deleted. It's just temporarily banned.
Exactly. Because they got it mass reported. So we know for a fact that Goobs got taken down because of that guy, because the guy literally came and admitted it. And then he said that he would do it again until Goob was like, that's a federal charge. So it's not hard to connect the dots and be like, well, we know for a fact that he did it to Goob. And then right after I say something about it, same thing happens to James Spanish. Sure, maybe this guy is just like really close friends with them and felt attacked because his friends were getting attacked and did it without them saying anything. Maybe, but I don't know. I think that's more of a reach than them just being like, yo, fuck that James Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Remove that shit. And like another thing is something that Alex has called for a lot is that he wants peace between these brands. Like, why can't we just have peace between Young LA and Raw Gear? Like, what's all this hate for? What's all this hate towards Raw Gear? You're one of the top athletes on Raw Gear. And you do something like this, you're literally their golden boy. You're a reflection of the brand.
Yeah.
So you are perpetuating what you wish to stop. You wish that there was peace between brands. You wish there wasn't so much hate on Raw Gear. But then when you're going to do this and handle it in the physical worst way possible, physically, then like obviously people are, you're just perpetuating the idea that people already have about Raw Gear, which is that the athletes are fake, the company's fake, the owner's fake. Like, if you really wanted there to be peace between brands, you would come out and fucking apologize like a man.
Yeah, and I don't think it's any coincidence that like, I mean, the people that have gotten caught, I'm pretty sure they've all been Raw Gear. Not that that really means anything, but you know, it kind of does. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it does.
Like the Brad Yes Man.
Yep. So where do we go from here?
Maybe we get.
You know?
I guess, you know, we're here for the people. We would like an apology. Actually,
Yes.
I could care less. I was just kind of getting on here to be like, yeah, fuck photoshopping.
Honestly, I didn't really care about it that much until my account got removed. And then I was like,
yeah,
that's crossing a fucking line because this is how I make my money. And if you're going to do something wrong and all I'm going to do is point out that you did something wrong and share my opinion on it, and you or your friend, whatever, is going to get my account removed, like, that is crossing a fucking line. So now it's personal. Before it wasn't even personal. I didn't care who it was. I just, like, James Spanish is where I share my ideas. And I had someone DM me on that account like a week or two ago, and I just gave my opinion on something because sometimes I just think something and then I post it on there on my story. And he was like, yo, no offense, but why can't you just like mind your own business? And I responded and I'm like, dude, you're saying that I can't share my opinion because I'm an influencer. You're treating me like a fucking zoo animal. I'm a human. I have opinions. Sometimes I want to share them with you guys. You know? Like, why would I be confined to this tiny space? All you can ever fucking talk about is fitness, okay? And if you ever talk about anything else, and if it has to do with anybody else, that's not right, and I'm going to say something about it. Like, fuck you, dude. It's literally my platform. I'm just me. Like, that's the whole reason we watch vlogs. It's the reason we watch podcasts, because we want to see who these people are. Get their opinions.
Get your opinion on things, like what's on your mind about certain situations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think
Exactly.
I don't think that you know, that you or I are in the wrong right here, because I think this should have been. It's like the Bradley situation with the crypto.
Mhm.
Like this should have been. I don't think enough people were talking about it. I guess because I mean I didn't really hear about it until I saw your story. So
Yeah. Now I will say, like, apparently I don't use TikTok much, but apparently every single person on TikTok is now like ripping apart Alex for this.
is he
and
getting like a lot of hate for it?
apparently, because I was talking to someone and I said, "Is he really get?" Because someone said like, "Oh, it's a fucking war zone on Alex right now," and I said, "Really? I haven't really seen anything about it." And they're like, "Yeah, because you don't use TikTok. On TikTok, it's like all you fucking see." So I will say that he doesn't deserve that, because some people are saying like he video shops too and like distorts his videos. But in his explanation video, he was saying that's just a VHS filter, which makes perfect sense. Like VHS, there's like lines that appear on the screen and they kind of move down like a rolling shutter type effect. And people were trying to say that that's like video shopping. That's fucking stupid. So he doesn't deserve all that. But bro, like, you could have avoided all this if you just apologized. And like, it's not even like it's that recent. So you could have just easily apologized and like owned up to it. But I think what happens with people is,
Well, who know? Well, think about all the times that. Not saying that there are any, like maybe Goob got all the picks, but who knows all the times that like they shopped it and they got away with it.
yeah,
Like, because that's the whole point. It's like trying to be really good at photoshopping,
right.
You know,
Exactly.
So it's like if I'm on a black wall, you know, if I'm standing there with like a plain black background behind me,
Yeah.
I can Photoshop whatever the fuck I want, and you guys won't
And it's
see
going to
it.
be much harder
You
to notice.
literally, I guarantee you, Goob, whoever the fuck, can't even notice.
Damn, so many fucking up and coming micro influencers are about
Yeah,
to
if
only
you're-
start taking their pics behind
Yeah,
a black
if
wall.
you're behind a photo that's just like a white wall or any color, you know, just like a plain
yeah,
wall.
if there's no like vertical lines,
Like, look
or
behind me
something.
right now. See the wall. You know, you're not. I could fucking make my hair like this, and you guys literally wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah,
So it is pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, and like, but if you're standing next to if there's like a line that intersects your body in the background, and you distort something, what was a straight line all of a sudden becomes bent and distorted, and it's very easy
And I
to
think
tell.
I think all you need is Facetune.
Yeah, there's apps like you
Yeah.
can literally
And
you don't
Facetune, every fucking like females use it. I don't
girls
have
use it a lot. Yeah,
but girls have it. And then like, I mean, I use Lightroom. That's how I do like if you guys quick tip, download Lightroom. I know D-Trend, when he was here with us, he didn't even have Lightroom. So make sure you guys download Lightroom if you're like trying to be an influencer or whatever, because you can get like, essentially you can learn about, you know, photos and cameras and how to edit, but you can't distort on Lightroom. You can do like camera distortion.
that just corrects lens
Yeah,
distortion.
the lens distortion and stuff like that, and like the geometry of the photo, but you can't actually like pull and stuff. I think you need Photoshop or Lightroom, or not Lightroom, Facetune.
Yeah, you do. And so Facetune, I'm pretty sure you just like tap and drag, and it's that fucking simple. So you don't need to be like some like wizard. And I think that's why these kids get caught, is because they think, oh, it's such like a tiny thing, no one's gonna notice. But like, if you have an eye for pictures and you just zoom in, like all it takes is a small distortion to notice.
Also,
you know?
if you like you just said, it's just a small change, no one will notice. When you keep on, this is just human nature. When you keep on doing something and get away with it, you're gonna keep on like pushing the limits because you're like, fuck, bro. I'm like, you're just like subconsciously you're thinking.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Like it's like when you're driving drunk. Like when you drive drunk, the more times that you drive drunk, the more confident you are.
Yeah, I'm a fucking master of the road. Like,
so when you're getting away with editing photos, each time you do it, it's like, bro, like, yo,
Why wouldn't I?
50K on this post, like 60K on this post, you know? So
Yeah.
it's gonna keep on. Your confidence gonna keep on going. You
Exactly.
don't even know it's subconscious.
that's why it's not good to even go down that route. Like, oh, I'll just do it just this once because like I kind of look bad. Because then if you do it and then you get away with it, then you're gonna do it in the next one, and then you're gonna do it in the next one, and then you're gonna start doing it just a little bit more. And then when people actually meet you in real life or see you in a video, they're gonna be like, it doesn't quite look as good. But just even beyond that, because like Alex looks good regardless, even in videos. Even above and beyond that, it's just more like a moral thing.
Yeah,
Like even if you do get away with it.
And I saw the video of he was talking about like the admission of guilt, because they both deleted like a bunch of posts. I think
Yeah, they did.
like 10 or 20 posts. Like their post went down from, you know, whatever number it was before, and then
Yeah, they just deleted. And this was before they even addressed it. So they're just like, oh, we're just not going to talk about this. I'm just going to delete the post and this will blow over. And
Yeah.
then people won't know that I'm actually lying,
yeah.
you know? but go on.
I had a post where I'll put up on the screen right here. There's a post right here, and you could see my leg. It kind of looks fat as shit. And people were like, "Bro, why'd you Photoshop your leg?" And I was like, "What, dude? I didn't Photoshop." And I think it was because the photo was taken on portrait mode. Like, look how fat my leg is. Because you know how portrait mode kind of
Blurs
like
stuff. It blurs the background.
yeah, like my leg looks so
wide.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't. Nothing looks warped to me.
some people were saying like, "Bro, you like made your leg bigger," and I'm like, first of all, that looks like shit. Why would I, why would I change it?
Yeah,
just so
no,
it
it looks normal to me.
yeah, but it looks like I have a fat ass leg. But yeah, shit like that, and 0.5. You like when you take the 0.5 photos.
Yeah, that's another thing I can't get behind. Like technically, that's not photoshopping,
Yeah,
but some people will go 0.5 on their photos, which creates extreme barrel distortion. So the edges of the lens, and you can tell when people do this because if you look at their phone, instead of being pointed straight at the mirror, it'll be like tilted to one side. So what they do is they line themselves all the way up at the edge and then take a picture and then crop it so they're in the center.
mm-hmm.
But like if you look at the phone, you can see it's all the way on one edge, and then it's like, that's just stupid, bro.
I have
mean,
a
that's
photo
just
that
stupid.
Lex took of us at Salada, and it was with a G7X, so it was super wide angle, and it literally looks fucked. It looks retarded, but that's because of the barrel distortion.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, I posted it because it looks sick. I'll show you.
Was it like physique or was it?
It was so it's me holding this salad. You'll remember it when I show you. It was the first day that you, me, and Lex had all been together at the same time. We went to Salada, and we were all like, we were content grind, like salad, like take this picture. And so
Food pictures go crazy.
no, we actually thought food pictures were the wave. And so we took this photo that I thought was sick as fuck because I looked massive because he had the wide angle and he's all the way back here,
Yeah.
and I'm like right here. Let's see. Right
What
here.
would-
Like look how big my arm looks.
Yeah.
Like,
And you were small back then too.
yeah. So Eric I put that picture up, but dude, I look like, bro, my arm looks fucking sick. But obviously that's
It's not actually how you
That
look,
is
yeah.
barely, that's but it's not Photoshop. So fuck you guys.
It
Okay?
just makes me wonder, like, how many people do this? Like, how, like, it must suck for people who don't Photoshop their pictures because of moral reasons, and they're trying to, like, make their way up in the industry, and then they hear about stuff like this because they're like, the people that I'm competing against are essentially, they're not real. Like, that's not actually how they look. So how am I supposed to compete against something that's not even real? You know, like for these micro influencers that might have like 40, 50K and they're trying to work their way up and they're like, I'm not going to Photoshop my pictures for moral reasons. And then stuff like this comes out and it's like a shit ton of people. Like if you go through Goob's page, it's not just like Alex and Hadi. It's like a shit ton of people that do this, you know?
And he does I like when he calls out girls too.
Girls
like,
do it a
look
lot,
at these
yeah.
people.
And that sucks, especially because girls are like super
Girls are super
particular
they're super
about their
insecure.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not, sorry, I didn't mean to call girls insecure, but like they're more well, I mean, I think guys and girls probably equally are more they are both just like kids, they're impressionable, so when you see a girl with a fat ass and a tiny waist,
Right.
or you see a guy with broad shoulders and a tiny waist, it's gonna mean the same, like it's gonna trigger something in your head like, fuck, why don't I look like that?
Yeah.
But it's shopped.
Yeah. And a lot of, I would say that like girls tend to be more like, they don't compare themselves more often, but they compare themselves more negatively versus guys might be like, they might more often compare themselves to someone in a more positive way. Like, ooh, hopefully I can look like this if I just train a little harder. But with girls, it's usually like, oh, I'm so sad I don't look like this.
Yeah.
And like half the time it's Photoshopped. And like, I won't say any names, but because I've zoomed in, there's some like big names that are girls in the fitness industry that slightly alter their pictures, like Photoshop them.
Well, I mean,
And
Summer
it's
Rae,
like, dude, you look so good. Like, why would you do that?
Summer Rae got caught. Kenny KO caught her or called her out. Summer Rae got caught for photoshopping, and video shopping. Actually,
Really?
she got caught video shopping.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like literally, like crazy, like weird. I don't know how she does it. She probably pays somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but like definitely some like movie effect shit where literally distorting the video. So if you got go on Kenny KO's channel, you guys could probably find it. But so girls like that, who's like a fucking huge name, but she's all right. So it's like, Alex, Hottie, whoever the fuck else, you guys will be all right. You know, it's not like this is the end of your.
That's something else I wanted to get into is I think that sometimes people don't come out and apologize because they think that if they don't minimize it as much as possible and try to take as little like what's the word, like acceptance for it, then people are going to hate them. But it's like if you have a good fan base, which obviously you guys do, if you just come out and apologize and say that you fucked up and you actually mean it and you feel that way, people are going to catch on and they're going to realize you're telling the truth and you actually feel sorry and you shouldn't have done it. They're not going to some people will, but the minority of people, the majority of people are still going to fucking watch you because you still look good. You still look good without Photoshop. Like you don't have to worry. If you apologize, people are still going to fuck with you. You know? I mean, we've fucked up plenty of times where we've had to come out and say, oh, probably shouldn't have done that one. But like, if anything, that's why people kind of fuck with us more because like, we're not perfect. We do make mistakes. And when we do, we own up to it. And like, we're just human, you know, rather than trying to minimize everything as much as possible.
Yeah. I mean,
that's how we fucked up at first with the Remington thing is we tried minimizing it, but we also didn't know. We went into that blind. We didn't know too much about the situation, but
we were like, oh yeah, this is the talk of the fucking town. Let's get Ink and Rem on.
Yeah. And we didn't even watch the videos on it, but they were our boys. So we were just like defending them blindly. And then we had to come out and be like, yeah, that was an L. And we didn't remove the video either. It's still up. That modcast is still up. Has more dislikes than likes. But
well, you can't see dislikes anymore, so.
True.
It has like 10,000 likes and like one dislike.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm actually going to, just to let him know, after I end this pod, I'm going to text Alex and be like, hey, just want to let you know, like tomorrow we're dropping a podcast on this Photoshop shit, just so he has a heads up. So Alex, you're watching this. I don't know. Sorry,
I mean,
bro.
there's really no bad blood, but
Yeah.
like, just come out and apologize for it. It's that simple. And people are not going to stop fucking with you, bro. I promise. Like, you've built a good fan base. People are still going to watch your stuff. You're going to be fine.
A lot of people have been asking us to talk about this.
Yeah, I know.
And I've kind of just
a
been
shit ton.
And I've kind of just been like, oh, I don't really care to, whatever, and just I don't just blow it off.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, I was completely done with it, and then the James Spanish stuff came out, and I think like 3 people sent me the Goob video, and it was the exact same message because I talked to Goob, and it was the exact same message that he got on his Instagram. Exact same, word for word, suspicious activity. And then I talked to him about it, and, you know, this guy obviously admitted to doing it. So then put 2 and 2 together. Same thing happened to James Spanish. So that's fucked up. I do not forgive you for that one. But I've got James Italian now. So that's my new. And I'm going scorched earth on everyone on that because I don't care if that one gets deleted.
My my main takeaway from this is, and I've said this a million
Don't
times.
shop your shit.
No, yeah, well, that too. But I've said this a million times. This is like kind of a, not bigger picture, but like a personal reason for me, or a personal, I don't know, just personal takeaway is that same with the Raw Gear shit. Like, I'm allowed to say, hey, yo, that shirt's fucking whack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allowed to say, I don't like this guy's content. I think this is corny. I don't like that guy. I'm allowed to say that, you know, and that's what I feel like that needs to be normalized in,
100%.
in the influencer space, because like I said, we are normal guys, except we have a platform. Just because we have a platform, I don't think that we should be allowed to be like, hey, I have an opinion on this and this is what it is, you know? It's like I can't, like, it's like leaving a Yelp review on a fucking restaurant. Like,
yeah.
I'm allowed to like leave a Yelp review. I'm allowed to leave a review on this guy.
Bro,
you
you're
know what I'm
Seuss.
saying?
You have a following. You can't leave a Yelp review.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I mean, everything he
shit.
just said, I don't really even have anything to add. Just back up 30 seconds and re-listen to that, because that basically hits the nail on the head. We're human, and just like how you guys, if you have a, you know, just a personal Instagram, you might come out and make a post about something that is not your business because you have an opinion on shit. We're the same way. We just happen to have more followers. So, like, yeah, it would be a pretty boring experience if we could never talk about anything but ourselves.
totally off topic, but this is like, well, totally, it's a different topic, but it's on topic with this. I was just on my Snapchat story an hour ago talking about where I stand on abortion, because I think the Supreme Court just like, it's like
They're
something-
about to, or they already did, but they're definitely going to.
yeah, something's going on right now, and I went on my Snapchat story and someone had asked just like my thoughts on it, and I told them that I was pro-choice, and that I told them I was pro-choice, and a lot of people were fucking like, a lot of people were pissed, and actually the majority of people were like, were not. They were kind of like, yo, this is like, I don't know.
What, like evil or something?
No. The majority of people, like 3/4 of people, were probably like, okay, like
Yeah.
we like same, and then the other quarter was like, nah, fuck you, you like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it was just like reading all this, like you're a fucking idiot, like, you know, just reading these Snapchat replies,
It
and
gets to you.
no, not even that. It's just like, bro, like I'm allowed to go on my story and be like, think about all the shit that I don't like talk about. Think about all the opinions that
Yeah.
I do have, you know, because I have an opinion on everything.
Right.
So when I talk about me being pro-choice, it's like that's just one opinion that I have out of many that you guys have no idea, and it's like you guys are pissed that I'm pro-choice. Which like I don't want to get into it because it's kind of long, but what I was saying was, I think we said this before. I don't think I saw something that said pro-choice isn't pro-abortion.
Exactly.
It's just like pro-choice. Like
yeah.
women are allowed to make the choice. I also think guys should also be allowed to like have a say.
Yeah.
If
The
it's,
whole
if it's
the
your
whole
wife,
no uterus, no opinion thing is fucking stupid.
yeah, it's really
it
hard.
takes two to tango.
Yeah, it's really hard. And like I saw one guy who was like, "Yeah, I'm pro-choice. I have a choice to pay child support," and I was like, "That's kind of like that's funny," but at the same time, it's like he kind of does have a point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so hard to. It's just such a like that's a hard topic, you know, and that's
Yeah,
like,
we can get into that
really,
on another one.
Yeah, it's
because
really
that's
heavy.
that's a long topic,
But long story short, I was like, I personally would never do an abortion past the first trimester.
same, 100%.
But at the end of the day, it's not my choice, you know. If it's a girl, it's her choice,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So it's like it's so hard.
It is, yeah.
But we should get into that because we were gonna do that with the Joe pod, but we just got caught up in other shit.
I know, but
And
we
also
can't do it
there's-
now
There's
because
some
it's
stuff going on
11
with.
p.m.
I know there's some stuff going on with like Callum Von Munger too. Like,
Yeah, jumped out a window.
which we don't know if it's true. I don't want to say like because people are getting bashed. Like Greg was getting bashed for posting it, but
Yeah,
no,
but all he did was repost the original guy, and I'm pretty sure the original guy said that he was in contact with Callum's family. And if that is true, then I find it very unlikely that he made this story up.
yeah,
This is like a well-known, I think his name is Buys and Tries, something like that. I'm sorry if I messed up your handle, but like just go to Greg. You can find him through that. He's got a big platform, and I don't think that he would just make up a story
yeah,
like that.
I saw John Skywalker post on his story being like, "Fuck you, Greg," like pushing this story and pushing your bunk products, like your shitty supplements in the caption. And then John, that's a terrible take. Like that is a fucking dog shit take, John. He's allowed to, he's allowed to post and repost this Callum shit if he wants to, and he's allowed to put his supplements in the bio. Like he's not. That's just what he does. Every single post he pushes.
Yeah, every
like,
post.
that's what he does.
It's
you
not
know?
like it's just kind of it's on every post,
Yeah.
like you said.
So I saw that and I was like, John, come on. But other than that, I actually do want to see if like that Callum shit's real because we have talked about him before on this podcast.
Yeah,
With, his addiction.
I would venture to say that it is definitely real. I just don't think someone would make that up. I think he probably got it confirmed by the family. If he is in fact in communication with the family, you'd kind of ruin your reputation if you have a big following. If you went and made up a story like that and it turned out to be completely false.
Yeah.
And I also think Callum probably would have come out and said like, "Hey, I'm not actually."
yeah.
in
What the fuck?
ICU."
Yeah, he would have been like, yo, guys, like I'm literally fine right here, guys. Like, but yeah, I was. Oh fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had something about the situation.
Meditate on it. Come on, Brandon. I can hear the gears grinding.
Giordani was talking about the situation, and he was like, it is really sad, and we wish that like, Giordani's like, yeah, it's fucked up, and he's, Callum's getting a lot of hate. It's like, if you go to those comments, they're fucking brutal,
Mhm.
but it's like, bro, he really needs help,
He does. If you're gonna assuming this is all real, if you're gonna smoke meth, sorry to cut you off. I totally just cut you off. But if you're gonna smoke meth and jump out a 2-story window and paralyze yourself, you are not right in the head. Like
Yeah.
something has happened. And I think his name Bodybuilding Buys and Tries. Could be wrong. But what he said is like he feels bad for Callum, but he's also angry at the family for just kind of like not being there to support and like get him into rehab or whatever. Now, we don't know both sides. I don't know his personal family details. Maybe they've tried a bunch of times and he's refused. Who knows? But like, he probably feels pretty alone. You got all your fans ripping you apart, saying that you're a horrible person and all this, and your family's essentially kicked you to the curb, assuming that's true. Like, it's no wonder that he's having like drug-induced psychosis on meth. Like, he's got no one.
Dude, he posted, I don't know if it's still up, but he posted like the other day, not the other day, maybe like last week, he posted like a 30-minute long iPhone video of him and his buddy. Like, I don't even know. It was just so manic. Like, it was fucking weird. It was really weird.
He put on his Instagram?
No, his YouTube.
Oh.
He posted a YouTube video.
Is it still there?
Let me see really quick, because I saw it pop up and I was like, I clicked on it and I was watching it. I'm like, dude, holy fuck, this is like
not right.
This is not only is it not right, this is real mania. Here it is, yeah. Show and tell with Double Bar Dan. And they just like, it's literally just him.
Wait, skip to like halfway through.
It's literally just him and his buddy just like yelling like in the car, and it's just fucking weird, bro. So
yeah, and it feels a little different. No hate to Connor Murphy, but with the Connor Murphy shit, when he went kind of crazy, it almost felt like he knew he was crazy and was almost like making crazy content on purpose. That was kind of the vibe that I got. But with Callum, what makes it feel serious is
eerie.
Yes, it doesn't feel that way at all, because like he's not trying to be weird, and that's what makes it weird. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take this video right now, and we're just going to rant about stuff, and I'm going to put it on my YouTube.
Yeah.
That's totally normal.
Yeah. You want to see some eerie shit? Go to Britney Spears' Instagram. You guys know Britney Spears probably. She's a fucking famous ass singer. Go to her Instagram if you want to see some eerie shit. Fucking go look at that. But
Sush new vocab word, eerie.
No, seriously, like it's that's the only word to explain it.
Yeah,
it literally is
you're
just
right.
like, eerie.
Yeah, it is.
It's not spooky. It's just weird.
It is, and it's the same with the Callum stuff. Like, there's just something wrong with it, and you can tell that he's not right. So I hope that Callum gets, I don't know, I hope he gets the help he needs. But when the people you're surrounding yourself with, your friends, they're all kind of doing the same shit, and they're yes men to you, it's really hard to get someone to actually help you.
41 million followers, Paris, or fucking Britney Spears. Look at her. Look at her posts. Look at her. And look at the captions. Tell me that's not.
What the fuck?
Tell me that's not eerie.
Whoa.
Yeah, but while he's looking at that, I'll do the outro. We appreciate you guys listening in.
First time sneaking in the men's locker room. I'm so curious as to what enticingly, shockingly secrets are going elsewhere.
So weird.
Whoa.
And you see like her, like she's naked, right? With the emojis over
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps saying photo dump.
And her mascara is like all fucked up.
She's holding her dog naked, pressing the dog against her naked body.
I got some slack for that though. I posted a photo that I was bathing when I had Cal.
Yeah.
I had Cal in the shower, and people were like, bro, you shower with your dog naked? That's weird. And I was like, how else would I? Like,
nah, it's weird when she does it, but not when you do it.
Yeah, because she's a little like, she's fucking.
Nah,
she's got a screw loose. You could see it.
Yeah, and it's a little different.
She also has a kid too. It's like.
You showering him is a little different than this picture.
Oh, yeah.
Would you ever post that?
Nah, yeah, that's weird for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we should put that up on the.
Nah, you guys can go find it. It's one of her like top 20 recent posts.
Like, look at this. Look at the caption.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe you can, but it's just a bunch of emojis in the caption.
Just eye emojis and then heart emojis.
Fucking weird, bro.
Like 50 of them.
500,000 likes.
Jesus.
Well, that's where we'll leave it off.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys listening. This was a little bit of a different one, definitely more serious. Here are our thoughts on what's going on in the fitness industry. Okay, but
yeah. So I mean, that's that. Hopefully, I get James Spanish back soon.
Yeah, that would be
now,
cool. That'd be cool. Maybe someone who's listening who works with like Facebook or Mr. Zuck, you can help him out.
Yeah, probably not.
All right.
But for now, go follow _James Italian. But anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for watching. Alex, Taddy, Hottie, no bad blood. But it would be best if you apologized. But we are all human.
Podcast, bro.
Yeah, come on the podcast. We'll have you on the pod. We are all human. We all do make mistakes. But It's how we deal with those mistakes that defines us.
Yeah.
That was so gay.
It's okay. All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. We should get someone on. We should do like Marco or something.
Yeah. Well, this is 2 podcasts in 2 days, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're getting a treat.
Yeah. And this is a juicy one too. All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. You guys know the deal. Get that shit. We'll see you guys in the next one. Said that like 5 times. Peace.
Code Mog. Peace.